gonna regret giving me this option.
I'm scared.
I like that too. Okay, are you starting now, Fox?
Yep, you are heard.
Hello, hello. Okay. Are you going to be introducing it, or who's introducing it, Fox?
I assumed DM was going on, then I was going to start us off with the characters.
Okay. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. Do I go straight into, the tale, or should we let them know what we're doing first?
You know what, start with the tail. You're
Okay.
also in the right overlay now, there we go.
So, our tale opens amongst festivities. Colorful ribbons dangle from ropes strung between the trees, and a giant bonfire dances in the center of the clearing. And let me start this. There you go. But what really makes this gathering special are the many people and creatures, yourself included, that are gathered around it. Everyone's partaking in food, drinks, chatting, and some dancing. So let's all introduce your characters and what they're doing. Let's start with Divot.
Okay. So Divot is a lovely little, very short brown harrigan. Not the most social of bunch. And what I mean by that is he's here traveling to learn and just experience the festival for the first time. And he's going to everyone and like getting way too close, asking like minute questions like, is this food part of the festival? Is this clothes part of the festival? Is this terror part of the festival? Just making every single NPC sees uncomfortable.
I think that's a great idea. Okay. There we go. Let's move on to Arya.
So Arya is a elf, high elf bard. She's got long pink hair, pale skin, elf ears, the whole 9 yards. And if we were at some kind of like bonfire kind of party, I feel like she'd be just like dancing and vibing, like totally like hippie vibes. I got a drum, so I might be using that too.
I love that. Let's go to the duplicator.
Arnie, you're up.
Duplicator here. My character is a variant human named Farney Stinks, aka the Duplicator. So he kind of be 6'2", blonde hair, wears a robe all the time, kind of tries to look cool, comes from a prominent family, but hasn't really done too much with his life, but acts like he's done a lot. He would probably just be admiring the fire, acting like he's, guarding everything, watching everything, just kind of acting like he's the one in charge, essentially. Just kind of walking around with his echo next to him, copying his every move.
Okay. And Rob the Plush.
Rob the Plush is a small little red kobold plushie with a Viking-style hat on top that kind of covers his eyes. He is kind of dancing around a little bit. You see as his legs are kind of like stretching, almost cartoonish, as he kind of goes back and forth, as he's kind of like dancing to the music that's going on, as his eyes are kind of lighting up a little bit, as the flame in the center almost changes to like a different rainbow effect, as he's kind of like concentrating on it.
That's awesome. And then last but not least, Freya.
I'm Freya. I am a fairy paladin, and Freya likes to kind of float around, kind of avoid things if she can, but also kind of listen in on everything, so she's in the know. You'll probably find her sitting on the bench, on the log somewhere.
Very nice, very nice. Now, you guys are all enjoying the festival, taking everything in. However, before too long, things begin to change. The music grows a little bit differently. The musicians change the tune from what they had been playing all night. This one has a more wild air about it. The musicians and others begin chanting, and you can't help but be driven to dance. It would seem everyone else would agree as they all join in. You dance faster and faster. You almost trip over your own feet, but you're yanked back into the steps as though there's no time for you to fumble. Then you watch as an old, haggard woman chucks a glass bottle into the fire that quickly explodes in a cloud of teal. The dancing comes to an abrupt halt as you all begin to change.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Ooh, what the heck? Ooh.
So, following our similar order as before when you introduced your characters. Divot. Throbbing, then stinging, then pain radiate through your body in time to the music. Every moment it feels like a different body part is changing, remolding itself into something bigger, something stranger. Your face stays but changes. Sharp teeth are now filling your mouth. Your ears have become much smaller. Your body is longer. You feel claws erupt from your feet and hands turned legs. Your shoulders stretch, twisting, becoming a new limb of their own with wings sweeping out over you. Even your tail didn't remain untouched. It too changed, lengthening and sharpening into a tail with spiky quills.
I love it.
Arya. Pain erupts across every nerve ending and muscle in your body. Your arms stretch and elongate into limbs, your legs turning and reshaping into a more animalistic shape. All four limbs end in hooves now. The sounds of ripping and clattery rings around you as you become much smaller than you were before. A scratchy feeling radiates down your scalp as your hair shifts, forming a mane instead. The same feeling occurs as the tail grows. However, none of that compares to the piercing hot pain in your forehead as you feel something emerge. You feel magical, powerful even, yet very tired. The duplicator. You don't even have time to see or hear anything happening to you. 1 minute you're dancing and the next you're rapidly sinking. Your skin, bones, muscles, and organs dissolve into a black goo as you shrink further and further down to the ground. You're but a black puddle on the ground, seeing nothing but feeling every one. You can sense your companions and the party goers near you. Each of them are different sizes, it would seem. Your voice is non-existent until a strange energy, not unlike before, surges through you. It takes a moment, but you can slowly begin to gurgle out words. Rob the plush. Yes, indeed. Rob the plush. You feel the stitching of your limbs begin to go taut as your stuffing begins to grow and churn, becoming more. The fabric of your body begins stretching in the texture of a bigger body, no longer a small, soft plush. Even your face is not immune to this change. It elongates into a snout, sharp eyes, and pointed ears. Your stitching and seams have settled along and into your skin. Opening and shutting your jaw, you find yourself learning how to form words in a garbled yet elegant sound. As a few brief seconds pass with you testing this new form, you begin to notice a nauseating smell of multiple forms of magic. A disgusting scent of decay, blood, and fear permeates the ground and the air. A lingering aroma of sweet florals prevents you from just retching on the ground as you orient yourself in this new form. And last, but not least, Freya. As you plummet from the sky, agony is all you sense. Your head throbbing, pounding, vibrating with pain. The pain in your head is so great that you barely even feel the pain of your entire body twisting in on itself and stretching, coiling into vining stems that wrap and shape themselves into a plant-like body. The sharpness in your head finally comes to, well, a head, as your skull cracks open, with flower petals erupting into a glorious bloom. The pain is no more. Neither are your eyes or your nose, but yet you can still see through your petals, and rather than smell, you feel everything. Congratulations, you've all changed. As you lay collapsed upon the ground, body racked from the changes that succumbed to you, 3 voices are speaking nearby. An elegant voice you hear. We must hurry. We need to get the potions and make our way to town immediately. A rougher voice. Yes, yes, we know. At least now we know it works. We can enslave the townspeople and keep half as people and turn the rest into our faithful pets. A cracked voice hiss. We only got a few good monsters here. The rest are small little things. Hopefully other townspeople are stronger and can become better creatures. The elegant voice would clip back. Only one way to find out. We need to go. This is the last you all hear as you lapse back into unconsciousness. A short time passes, and you each awaken. The music you no longer hear. So, what'd you guys do? Which of you would like to wake up first?
Wake up, but when I wake up, what do we see exactly?
Well, the teal would be gone. You would no longer see all of this. Instead, you would simply look around and you'd see a whole bunch of other animals and creatures where there once were people. You would see wolves, you would see bats, you would see a lot of rats, you would see some spiders, and then you would look over and you'd be able to see each other. You guys are, for the majority, the bigger creatures.
Do we remember what we were doing before we changed?
The last you know is you were dancing, and then pain. And you remember the conversation you heard before you lapsed into unconsciousness.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
Yes.
So.
Did anyone else hear that? Or feel it?
Yeah, I did. That sounded like some weird spellcasters. Oh, So they were talking about potions or something? You see, as Rob will get off of the ground and kind of arch his back as his innate side of magic that is imbued in him kind of, oh, there it is. Oh, as his paws just kind of like stretch a little bit further than you think they should. Still there. Still there. Interesting. New scenario. Ooh. Start sniffing the air. Huh. Well, that's a new. I like it.
Is everyone okay? Anyone more hurt than the rest?
Why am I on the ground?
The duplicator's doing fine.
You would hear it come from a
Lost my
black puddle.
physique.
Just stare at the puddle. They melted the duplicator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Am I able to, like, kind of go in a semblance of, like, a humanoid, or am I kind of stuck in, like, a puddle
Like
form?
paw at the goo.
Yeah, you can.
I'd like
Mold
to,
yourself.
I'd like to kind of try and mold myself into kind of like a humanoid, like, swamp monster looking thing.
Yeah, you
Freya
can.
wants to come over and poke at him.
Roll me a Constitution check,
Okay.
just to
Freya
see
wants
how
to
long you're
poke him.
able to hold this form.
Okay. I'll use roll 20 for this. a Constitution check.
The dice can't hit you every game.
21.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Wait, was that a real dice?
No, I rolled on D&D Beyond.
0 high bean. Hey,
D&D
Darkus.
Beyond finally likes you again. Congratulations.
It won't when it matters.
It took it a while, but we got there.
You are able to hold more of a humanoid form and basically control that shape for a decent amount of time. So, yeah.
So if I put a
You're
paw
in
on the
a
form,
rough
does
fluid
it
shape.
stay a form or does it collapse?
It stays a form. You feel a little bit of pushback to it.
It seems I've become forbidden pudding.
Ah, I can smell all the magic coming off all of you. It's very, very different. Very different.
Not used to
How come you
looking
guys are
down
more
on
cooler than
people.
me?
But I appear to still be made of plushy. You
The
all look
smells.
like
Oh, sorry. I was going to say the smells coming off of the unicorn and the flower seem to be the best smelling, in your opinion.
yes, very, very potent magic. So,
Did anyone see what happened?
I heard
Uh,
something.
yeah, something about some people throwing. The last I saw was some sort of a potion being thrown onto the fire as I was changing the color of the fire. And then it went teal, and then we started dancing, and then we all changed, and then I heard the weird people talking about more potions throwing on townspeople, maybe? So that might be something we want to consider stopping? Maybe?
So this is
What if
not
it's
part of the
something
festival.
strong?
I would probably assume not, but who knows? I've never been to this festival before.
Yeah, is this all part of the festival?
You would know that it's not.
What
You would know that it's
Duplicator would say no.
are the other creatures in turn doing?
You would see several of them seem to be kind of like freaking out and kind of like you would see like the owl bear over here is just kind of like shaking its paws and just like staring in horror at itself. You would see that the spider has just kind of like ran over here into this log and is currently hiding in the log. This one is just the bat's just flying around, not really sure what the heck to do with itself. The owls have eerily just decided to sit on this trunk and just give up on life choices. They're just there. This one even came over and just joined them. They're just like 3 owls sitting on a log, just watching the proceedings. Like, okay, well, I'm here now.
With all this panic, I guess it's up to us to fix it.
The boar has ran into the woods.
Oh, it's probably fine.
The boar is not okay with things.
Can I say the boar looks like the one from Super Auto Pets?
Yeah. The mice would also kind of like try and hide. They're like, and especially when they see the snake and the cat, mainly the cat. The cat will go over here and sit on the log, just kind of like peeking through the holes, like, what's going on?
Was there like a leader, a mayor of some kind that was at the festival? That where
No.
there's no?
Who organized this thing?
It was just some random townspeople, and then actually like forest goers,
Oh, it's Burning Man.
like
Got it.
people who live in the forest. So yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are the closest thing to being in charge as there is.
Right.
I guess yeah. It's on us to stop whatever this is.
So
My-
At least get everybody
My
changed
only
back.
concern is if we run into town looking like this, may or may not go well. Just putting that out there.
I mean, we can communicate with each other. We should be able to communicate with other.
Yeah, but are they gonna
Humans.
believe us?
Also, running is not the duplicator's strong suit currently.
Okay, what is?
I mean,
He'd start like moving around his like gelatinous self.
can you sit on things?
I don't know.
Can you stretch around the village to make sure they can't get in or out?
That's a lot of. We need a lot more goo.
You would see a tiny little goo person over here. It's like a little tiny green one with mushrooms.
Duplicator, can you sit on things? I could probably give you a lift if you don't melt.
Maybe. Do I know that I'm kind of like not safe to touch? Would I be aware of that?
You would not.
Is there like a bucket anywhere? Like this is a bonfire, and maybe they'd have like water sitting off to the side to like just in case the fire spreads, you could like dump a bucket and put the goo in the bucket.
Well, all of your belongings have all dropped, so you are welcome to look around and see what people may have possessed.
Yeah, that's
It
what I
looks
wanna
like
do.
the person who was tending the fire before, you would remember would have been this owl bear over here. So if you want to go over and see if they maybe have like a bucket or two next to them, you could do that.
Yeah, go take a look, and then I could always like carry the bucket in my mouth.
I've got this water skin.
Okay. So you head over to the owl bear, and the owl bear just kind of like looks up at you. Do you know what's going on? Do you know what's going on? Why am I this creature?
I heard potion and evil stuff going on. That's pretty much it.
My family was killed by an owl bear. I don't want to be trapped in the form of one.
Oh no, that's so sad. Don't worry, we're on the case. We're gonna. Do you have a bucket? We kind of a goo emergency right now.
Yes. Here, I have a bucket. He would hand you a very large. It's almost like a wash tub type bucket thing, that has water in it.
I mean, I'm a unicorn and I'm really strong. Can I carry said bucket? With, like,
You
my
can
mouth?
drag it. You can drag it over there. Since it's still full with water, you can drag it.
Can I
Is
like
there not a handle?
dump it first?
Oh yeah, you can with the owl bear. Like if you tell the owl bear what you would like to do, he'll help you kind of like tip it over.
We need it empty. I don't know if goo mixes with water.
Yes. You are able to empty it, and you can pick it up now.
Okay, I'll pick it up and bring it over to the goo.
Yes.
Would I be able to try and get in the bucket?
Yes. You go inside the bucket, and you're able to stay in the bucket.
How big is this bucket?
It contains your form. It's a very large bucket. Very large bucket. And you kind of form like a cupcake on top of it. You kind of like stick up a little bit, kind of like a little bit of a poof.
Muffin top.
You just dome over it.
Basically, yes.
So, question: Is this a magic bucket?
I don't know. Owlbear just gave it to me.
No, I'm asking DM. Is it a magic bucket?
I know why you're asking. I'm going to say yes. It is.
Okay, good. Okay.
That way
I successfully be able to stay in the bucket.
Yes.
That's good.
Good.
Rob is gonna kind of go over and where his belongings are, grab this greenish crystal that's on a small necklace and kind of put it on his ear, and then go over, nudge his head on the bucket as the bucket kind of shifts its form a little bit and kind of gets a little bit more like cartoony, if you will.
Oh, very nice.
Is your
That'll
power
work.
just to turn everything into plush?
It's not plush, it's toon magic.
Ooh. My apologies.
He steps as Rob somehow, not sure how the hell he did it, but he goes up on two paws and does the imagination look, toon magic, and then drops back down on all fours.
If a unicorn could have the... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even the little magics, like kind of like spectral sparkles
Hey,
that
Mio.
go along your
Hey,
back,
Aquabean.
even though kind of like cloud out around you, like, what were you going to say now, Arya?
Oh, I was just gonna say if a unicorn could have an expression of "you're crazy," that's what it would look like.
The most concerned unicorn.
Yeah.
Very concerned.
What? It's Toad Magic. It's what I do. It's my entire stick. Yeah.
You're turning this into a musical?
I can if you want me to.
You
Let's
bigger problems to worry
start
about.
with going to town.
Okay.
Okay. So, you guys would like to head to town. You guys are right here right now. So, you guys would like to go to town this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. You guys can do that.
How much of my abilities am I aware of currently?
I would say you
Like
start
what?
learning more as you go along.
Okay, I just wasn't sure what I like actually know as of now, but I'm assuming just like my amorphous form.
You feel like you would know that you can like split apart and things like that. You would be able to
Ooh.
figure those out.
Okay,
Kind of like
the
just as you're
duplicator is going to duplicate.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty.
I had a beautiful idea.
What's the
I
idea?
have
We can
Nice.
deploy the duplicator.
To do that.
Deploy the duplicator.
From said bucket?
From above.
How do you want it?
Oh, just dump the duplicator.
I've got 50 feet of fly speed.
I don't know how tall I am. You can pour him on top of me.
I don't think you want to pour him on top of you.
I mean, dump him off of me.
I think we beat them there. Everyone's normal.
Yeah.
Oh no, everyone's normal.
This is kind of what I was worried might happen.
I'm just imagining myself in like one of those like forest fire buckets, just chilling, like, arms spread out, and a little face.
That's what I thought.
Little
it would be
nub
like.
arms from the goo.
That's basically what it is.
Swinging back and forth, enjoying my
Yeah,
free ride.
As you're swinging back and forth, you see the bucket is kind of like elongating and coming back, elongating and coming back, elongating and coming back.
Okay. So as soon as you come into town, you're gonna see this lady here kind of like her eyes get really big and then she starts running away.
That's probably fine.
This guy kind of just like backs up and kind of like hides behind a tent. Where would you guys like to go?
I'm a walk.
Never fear, the duplicator's here to save.
I'm a step up. I'm just like,
I don't think I'm the same.
there was an emergency. We
We woo.
need help.
You would see this woman just kind of like peers out of the tent. What's going on? Who? What? How are you talking?
It's me, Divot,
Devin?
the best Harrigan around.
You don't look like a Harrigan.
That's the emergency. Someone messed with the festival.
Oh no. Did that happen to everyone then?
Yes, and we're pretty sure whoever did it is. We thought they would be here, so they're on their way here.
Oh, great. It'd probably be a good idea to start working on evacuating town, I guess.
Definitely.
Well, I will see what I can do. I will go start, like, kind of like helping people down here. You would see it kind of...
Wait, before you go, you wouldn't happen to know about 3 ladies? One had kind of like a more younger voice, one had like a cracked voice, and the other one had, oh gosh, like more of like a even worse. Like, like maybe I've heard stories of like witches or something like that that have like gravelly voices. Is there anybody like that around here?
Those sound like the 3 sisters. They kind of live deep within the forest. They've never really bothered anyone before. I guess now they decided to finally do so. But yeah, so sound like the three sisters. They're hags. They live in the forest. They've never bothered anyone. Okay, well, I guess they are bothering someone now.
Uh, how much would Rob know about hags and how hags work?
Say he would know of hags. He wouldn't know very much about like their abilities and things like that.
Got it.
But hags, he would know like hags live in swamps. They kind of collect unusual creatures and such.
Mhm.
They are
Would
basically bad.
yeah, okay. So then would Rob know that hags are typically stronger together?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Interesting. Well, from what it sounds like, these are swamp hags or some sort of hags. I do remember hearing stuff in the weird books that I've read some point or another that don't touch me, don't touch me. But that the hags are stronger together. So I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
Well, just
try.
tell me where they are. The duplicator will take care of them.
If they're not here, they're probably either on the way here or they're back at their lair.
They did mention something about trying to get more of this potion before heading to town, so maybe they're in the transit back to wherever they're at to get more potion.
Do
That
you
could be.
know where their lair is exactly? At least roughly?
Yeah, roughly I do. She would kind of like see, because she would see that she has a whole bunch of animals that it looks like she's caught, like deer, boar, things like that. She would pull out a map of the surrounding area. It would look similar to this, but in black and white. And she would point over in this direction.
Oh, 3. Okay.
What would sorry.
I was going to say she would point somewhere like around this area. They might be somewhere around here if they're in transit back.
Then again, do we necessarily want to try and take them on while we're in these forms? I'm not sure how strong these forms are compared to our normal selves. So I don't know if there's maybe somewhere. It seems like some sort of a magical forest. So maybe there's something else around that might be able to help with that.
If they're not at their lair, you might be able to go to their lair, find something to switch you back, since you mentioned it was a potion. You might be able to find something there, switch yourselves back, and then face them. If we are able to evacuate everyone from town, then you'd be able to come back to town before they, well, do anything.
I do like this idea. She's a smart one. I like her.
Thank you. She would just very much smile and kind of like be proud of herself.
I approve. I approve.
Oh, what's the plan? What's the plan, gang?
That is the plan.
Would with splitting, is that kind of like separate turns?
Oh, you mean splitting into your other?
Yeah, if I'm multiple.
That is, let's see.
Because it just says I split into like would it basically be like subsequent turns, like kind of like one after another, kind of like a companion?
Let's see. It looks like it can be. It says that when you are subjected to lightning or slashing damage, you split into 2 new puddings.
Am I able to do that on my own, or do I have to be hit?
I would say you could have someone help you. Like you could have someone just kind of like help split you, like one of the other people.
Because I'm immune to slashing, so that's not really like a problem.
These can step on you.
But
have my-
basically, do they roll kind of like subsequent turns, essentially, like one after another?
Yes. They would go like you would basically that would be your turn. Is all of yourselves.
G-
You would be able to tell, like looking based off at your companions, you'd be able to tell looking at the dancing flower, which Freya, you are kind of just twirling around as your flowery self. You haven't really been able to stop dancing in some way. It's not even that it's like forced, it's just, it feels natural to you. But
busy?
no, but the duplicator, you would see that she has very sharp, very like serrated leaves on her stems.
Okay.
So you feel like she would be able to help split you apart.
I would kind of like ooze my way over. Would you be able to help the duplicator in duplicating?
How so?
Can you like, I don't know, like cut me in half? I don't know how this works.
If you
I
can
know
line
I
yourself
know I
up with
won't
my
die.
leaves,
I know I won't die, but
if you can line yourself up while I'm spinning, sure.
yeah, I'll like kind of line myself up and try and like raise myself to like get cut.
Yes, you're able to do that. You guys just watch this. It looks like a dancing flower, like chopping something black and slimy up. It looks very interesting.
Did it work? I can't tell.
It would work.
I'm busy spinning.
Can I do it
Swirling.
again?
Yes, you can.
I like to do it again. So technically it would be in that case I'd be 4 small creatures. I think is how it works.
Okay, so when you turn back, before we lose a piece of duplicator, because I don't know what happens if they turn back when they're not all of them.
If you go back in the bucket, do you like remerge?
I would assume so.
Play-Doh the duplicator.
Yeah, I basically could just be taken apart, put back together. So you'd see as he becomes smaller, the duplicate, he would basically like move over here, and he'd basically be watching all like the flanks while he's like talking to you guys here. He'd kind of
Divot's gonna fully forget that about the change form, is hop up forward and be like, "How can we help evacuate?"
You would see this person who kind of like hid behind the tent just scream and start running away again.
Well, he's evacuating fast.
Good job.
that's
If you
Oh,
can just do that to the whole town, that'd be great.
I was gonna say that might be a fast way to do it. Though, nice lady, you might wanna at least guide them at least somewhat in a direction. So
You think
they're
that's a
not
good
all-
idea?
I will go over here if you guys want to try and scare some of them. I feel like some of these people aren't going to leave their tents no matter what you do.
Break the tent.
I feel like especially Harold. I
You
feel like he's just going to want to live in there. I feel like Howard's just going to
Ugh.
stay in his tent.
Can I slice it open?
Who's
It's
Howard?
Harold.
Howard, he's over there.
Gross. He's here.
Is he like curmudgeon-y?
Wait. You want us to scare them?
What?
You want us to scare them away?
Honestly, yeah, that would make my job a lot faster. Then I
Well,
don't have to go around and talk to each individual person. If they're all screaming and running, then I can just point.
I mean, it's their choice if they want to stay or not, if they want to get turned into some beast by some hags.
At least scare the sensible ones.
I'm
She
not.
says as she starts walking off.
I'm not a scaring type normally, but I can try.
You see her climb up the fountain, and she goes and just stands in the bowl, like the top part of the fountain. You see her boots are kind of like submerged, and she just shouts, "Everybody, we need to evacuate in a calm and orderly manner. Head to the farm.
Ah.
Head to the farm. In the northwest corner. Go."
I can't.
You just hear her just kind of like clap loudly.
He said, "Go!" as a howl will like emit outwards basically this howl of anti-magic will just kind of like shoot outwards from Rob.
I want to try and scare him.
Okay.
That
Already,
was also meant to, that was also meant
yeah,
to scare
already,
himself.
already some people are working on fleeing when they hear this.
I am going to do the little test flap. Like, flying can't be that hard.
Yet you struggle a little bit. You start diving back into the ground immediately.
That's the plan. I'm basically going to go up and quickly, like, lose momentum and just crash down here and let out a roar and yell, just leave.
You would just see this man step out of the tent and just say, "No, I worked way too hard for this tent. All you are is you're just trying to ruin my chances for Mrs. Weatherby.
I come spinning toward him.
Mrs. Weatherby can screw off. This is my tent. I worked hard for it. I'm not leaving it."
I wish to rend the tent.
Into it and cut it up.
Yeah, I was like, I was going to cut the tent with my claws.
Yep.
He'll just scream. You just hear like a scream as he's just sitting on the ground. He's not screaming at you guys. No, he doesn't give two shits. He's screaming that his tent was destroyed.
Oh, I know. That's the point.
He's just like, "No, my tent." And you would see inside there all kinds of beautiful apples, watermelons, strawberries, blueberries, cantaloupe, cherries, everything. He has them all nicely organized, nicely stacked. Each of them are in their very own little baskets. He's worked really, really hard on this arrangement.
Take what you want and evacuate.
But I want to take everything. What do you mean I have to leave something behind?
You can come back.
If you want to survive, yes.
You can come back after we've dealt with them.
I don't want to survive.
Okay,
What?
then you'll be turned into a monster.
Not if I have to leave my things.
Take one of each.
That's not
Look.
what I want to do though.
I will give you two options. You can carry what you can carry in your hands and leave, or I can put you in my mouth and we can fly to the farm. I don't know how to fly yet.
His eyes get really big. He slowly picks up a basket and slowly creeps over and picks up a couple of apples, picks up a couple of cherries. He just keeps looking over his shoulder at you as he does this.
I just keep like watching him with my flapping my wings.
I'd high five you, but it might hurt you, so.
Sadly likes to look down as he gathers some more of his things and starts exiting.
Well, that went well.
Easier than I thought it would be.
You hear him crying as he leaves.
You can make a bigger and better tent when you get there.
Can't.
What about the others? Did anyone else leave?
This person left after seeing what happened with the other person. This lady just kind of like peeks her head out and says, "I don't agree with this, but I will leave before you try to pick me up and carry me in your mouth."
Good choice.
The duplicator would like to start going each direction.
I want to get this guy.
Okay. What do
He's
you
gonna
say
kinda
to? What do you say to inspire him to leave?
I'm gonna use my hand to like lift up the tent and be like, "Hi, you need to get out now."
But hi.
Your friends are leaving. You might want to go get them.
I'm fine with helping evacuate. Just please don't attack me.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just doing my job.
I'll help evacuate people. You don't need to hurt me. You would notice
I won't hurt you.
You would notice that in his tent he has a whole bunch of apples, and all of them change different colors.
Ooh.
There's some that are pink, then it shifts into blue, then there's some that are green.
Oh my god, it's
They're
like the
very
Krabby
pretty.
Patty.
But he will go over here and he'll help this person evacuate. You see them carrying out like a basket of fish. But he helps him evacuate. These two have come out of their tent, and the one has a guitar and the other one's kind of like just singing that they're being evacuated and they're being basically watched over by these creatures. And
I'll
they're being
look
chased
at
out
them
of-
and
chased
growl.
out of the marketplace.
Ooh. You guys sing that on your way out?
We're just going to sing it until you're done here, and then we'll leave. Don't worry, we'll go where the people are. We'll go where our friends meet us.
Do you want to go tent to tent for us then?
Sure, we'll sing. We'll sing an evacuation notice.
Thank
and
you.
see, they do just that. They start singing about how everyone must be evacuated as being told by the big scary manticore.
The duplicator would be going over here, kind of looking at the lady, like, you need to go that way, lady. And you do the same with his other duplicate over here.
She would
For her.
scream. She would scream when she looked at you, and she would just bolt. Like, you don't even see her. She just runs like, no. This one just looks at you and kind of like, she kind of pokes you with her foot. Which, let me roll real quick for that, unless you would like to.
No, it's fine.
You would see that the toe of her shoe just basically corrodes into acid, like corrodes by the acid, which is your body, dissolving. You would see her bare foot underneath. It's kind of like a little bit burned with acid. And she just looks at you like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go. With that, she just runs. She's just like, nope, nope.
Mission accomplished.
I'm not doing that. For the most part, you would see how these people are leaving, working on evacuating. Kind of like banging on doors and stuff as they're leaving as well. Kind of like letting other people know that they need to exit and leave town.
Exit stage left.
Hmm?
Exit stage left.
Yes. You would see a whole bunch of other people are also doing that.
Exit to the wings, people.
Where do you guys want to scare next?
This one.
Okay. You would see her, and you would see that she's pouring kind of like alchemical ingredients together. And you would see her look up, and she would just kind of like grin at you. Would you like any explosive?
Explosives. I love explosives. Explosives are great. They
I
make fun.
If you'd like.
I wouldn't, but you might have better business that way, and points to where everyone's running.
Do you want dynamite? I have dynamite.
Yes, I love dynamite.
You do not need dynamite.
I don't know how you
What?
can carry it.
Come
But
on.
here, if you can,
Yes.
if you want, you can carry it in your mouth.
No, that's a bad idea.
Do it. Ignore her.
All right,
Grabs it
you
and
carry it in your mouth then.
Too late. Already, Rob's already grabbed it in his
Oh.
mouth.
Congratulations, you have a stick of dynamite in your mouth now.
Oh.
Do with that what you will.
We may need that.
How
She'll
long
just
can you
grin.
hold it?
She'll just grin as she starts exiting. She's packed up her alchemical ingredients and is heading away.
Ooh. All right, first, I need to help it along. You see, as Rob will kind of touch the crystal on his ear to the dynamite, as you see the dynamite kind of shifts a little bit as you see the words Acme appear upon it.
Oh no.
Okay.
Who do we still have?
These people
Um,
down here and these people up here.
And this one. And this one.
Yes, and this one.
I
and
would
this
like to look into the tent.
Oh,
Wait,
this
there's
tent?
still a lot of people. Whoa.
The one down
Probably.
here.
Okay, down there. You would see a dwarven man just kind of like look up and say, "Well, you're not my usual customer. Can I get you some potatoes, sweet potatoes? I have turnips, I think.
I'll take one of each
turnip.
if you leave.
I don't know if I can even eat, but you need to leave.
Why do I need to
works.
leave? What's going on?
Evacuating town.
Oh,
The
okay.
duplicator's here to help.
Well,
He
if
points to
you
his amorphous form.
would like any of these vegetables or anything, that's perfectly fine. Just let me know. You can have them since I can't really carry all of these. You would see him just kind of like pick up a box of sweet potatoes and say, "Well, Help yourself if you need anything else. And you will see that he starts leaving.
I would like to try and eat some. I don't.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm not successful.
Your ooze-like body just kind of like absorbs over the potato and just kind of like sucks it into your body. It doesn't really have a taste. It doesn't really feel like anything. But you have it now inside of you, broken down into kind of like little tiny bits, dissolved.
Yeah, it's digesting it, but with none of the taste factor. No, so I can eat. Good to know.
Okay. Where do you guys want to go next?
Aren't these two the bards that are...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They are singing and they're going over here and they've shooed this woman away.
I'll try and go and usher this man away.
He just looks at you. He's like, "You don't frighten me, Manticore."
I'll be like right up in his face and just roar at him.
Maybe you do a little bit. He leaves.
What are you, Shrek?
With that, he leaves.
As he's leaving, just kind of coughs. Harder than it looks.
This man's the one who had the fruit tent. You see, he's kind of sneaking back in with your passive perception. He's doing a bad job of it. He's trying to sneak back towards his tent.
Hi. How are you?
Oh. Nice doggy.
Just howl in his face.
He would just scream. I didn't even have to switch him to GM screen. I just want to say he just completely went off the screen into the abyss.
He is gone.
Okay.
Any magical items he have on him no longer work, if he had any.
He did not, but I'm pretty sure he peed his pants a little. You smell that as he is running away.
Rob giggled to himself a little bit.
On the top part, I'd like to kind of point towards the way out as I like ooze my way over to this person.
Her eyes would get big and she would immediately bow to you, nod, and start walking a little bit quicker away.
Oh, he would try and like bow. It just kind of looks like he's just like flopping more flat on the ground.
Yes.
And then I guess down here, he would kind of just like ooze over and just kind of like look at the guy and kind of like in his amorphous form kind of point the way to go.
As you do that, and since you don't say anything, he kind of like cocks his head and kind of like turns it back and forth like, And you would see he picks up a wizard hat and he places it on top of you. It's like, I think this would look best with an ooze form. And as he places it on you, it holds for just a brief second, and then it slowly dissolves into you as you burn it with your acid-like body. And he just kind of like rubs his chin. It's like, I think I have something for that. And you would see him kind of like pull out a sort of like crate and rummage through it. And you would see he pulls out another hat. This one looks like a very like boisterous, very loud commander's hat. Like you picture a giant hat from like the army days, kind of like in England, and it has like a giant feather plume on it. He would put that on your form. And that one does not burn an acid. And he just kind of like puts his hands on his hips and just like nods his head. Yes, that is perfect. I knew the random magic hat that I got would work perfectly on you. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't do anything, but if you say the magic word, clean, 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 3 times, it will clean away any dirt or anything that gets on the hat. Enjoy. It looks great on you.
The duplicator appreciates this.
Oh, you talk. Wonderful. Fantastic. Enjoy your hat. And he would kind of like settle himself back and fix his hats and kind of like looks out and waits for more people to come to his tent.
Oh, you need to leave. They're evacuating town.
Oh.
The duplicator appreciates the hat though.
You're very welcome. It looks splendid on you. Fine, I will get some of my hats and go. You'll see he kind of like pulls out a crate and kind of like throws some other hats into it and then picks it up and says, "Good day, good day." And he heads
I would
off.
try and grab like the tip of the hat and kind of like put like try my best to like tip my hat to him as he's leaving.
He would smile and he would tip his head to you. Okay, now who are you guys evacuating? Arya, would you like to try and evacuate anybody? See if a unicorn has any
Nicer
evacuation
approach.
skills?
I think I'm too pretty and too nice to make people leave. I might just be overseeing, like, hurting people like a
Yeah, you can definitely
cattle
do that.
dog.
Some of them, as they pass by you, just kind of like look at you and wonder, like, "Wow, a unicorn!"
Just shake my mane.
This man, as he walks by you, he's like, "It's been a long time since I've seen a unicorn. They're very rare around these parts. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome." And some of them just kind of like are like, "Wow," and point at you.
You're seeing them like, "You're welcome," and then
Draw people to the unicorn.
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone wants to see the unicorn.
oh,
Prance around.
Arya,
Yeah.
stand in the middle of everyone, gather them, and we'll scare them.
I like this plan.
Just be like right here. Summon them.
And trance them.
What? Yeah, whatever direction they're supposed to go in, that's where I'll be.
Good. That's better.
Like a beacon of.
Well, you're actually, I think, where everyone's evacuating right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Who are you trying to evacuate next? You see this person's heading over there. As she kind of like goes by, she would walk up to you, Arya, and she'd kind of like hold out her hand and say, "Would it be all right to pat your head?"
Sure, and I'll just like lower my head down.
She just kind of like pet your mane very gently, say, "You're so pretty," and then she kind of like put like a little flower in your mane and walk away.
Cute.
Okay. And are you going in this one?
Yeah. I'm just gonna full on just poke my head in like through the side of the tent.
You would just see the woman just immediately, her jaw just drops and she immediately reaches for a club and says, "Get out! You're not touching my chickens! You're not touching them! Out!"
Does she walk out?
Yes.
Okay. I'll pull my head out and just like look over, like towering over her. You will be getting out. Evacuate.
My chickens! I can't have my chickens by themselves. I'm trying to sell them. They have eggs. What do you mean? Are you going to help me evacuate all of my tiny little chickens?
You can stay with them, but the hags may turn you into a chicken yourself.
Fantastic. Then I will be able to watch them better. She'll step back into the tent. What does she see, Rob?
Rob is currently looks up, comedically like holding like this like weird set of lockpicks, trying to pick a lock. You saw nothing.
Her jaw just drops and she's like, "Get out of my cash register! Shoo! Shoo!
Cash register your chickens. You're supposed to be leaving.
Shoo!"
No. I don't want to leave. No.
She raises her club.
You want to try it? Comedic arm goes up, grabs the club, and pulls it down. We're trying to save you.
She just,
Comedic
like,
I like
smile.
how you said that.
She just looks at you. Fine. Fine. She'll just
Good.
take her cash. She'll just take her cash register
Paul
from you.
comes up. Paul comes up, pats her on the head, then stretches back down.
She just picks up her cash register and just walks around you. She's like, "My chickens better be here when I come back. If there's a single one missing, I know where you live."
We're
Okay.
being evacuated.
But we
too.
don't live here.
Actually, you do.
Oh. Yeah, but she doesn't know who we are.
No, but she'll find you. She feels, anyways. She feels that she'll find you. Whether that's true or not, it remains to be seen. But yes,
Are they just like little, like cheap little like cages for the chickens?
yes.
I don't like just like a bat kick a cage so this falls over and just bust open.
The chicken just immediately just kind of like squawks, and you see it hurry over to its little egg that had gotten tipped and just sit down on it. In alarm.
And we're evacuating people, not chickens.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that was my thought.
You see this person's also leaving. The bards are going over here. They encourage the clothing person to leave. He walks away from his tent. Where do you guys go now? There's only a couple of tents left that have people in them. Even the bards now are heading out of town.
Wait, there's no one like invisible,
The
are there?
duplicator would like to go over here.
No. This man
Rob
will
would know.
poke his head out and say, "Would you like to buy any vegetables? I have some lettuce, I have some avocados, I have some peppers, and I have some zucchini."
What's with all the farmers?
They don't agree with the duplicator right now, but
Oh.
you need to evacuate town that way.
Right. I'll collect
the
some of my
farmers.
things and go. I'll collect those and head out. And then
The,
there's just one
farmers don't
person
have
left.
to-
There's one left.
Just one.
Perfect chance for another attempt at flying.
You would see as you approach her duplicator, you would see she kind of like pokes her head out and says, "Would you like to have your fortune read?"
You can tell me my future.
I
I
can't.
already know the future of the duplicator.
Are you certain? Did you know you were going to get turned into this?
Maybe I do need the fortune.
Indeed, indeed. Maybe you do.
He would kind of like look over, like, "Where's the rest of me?" And then you'd hear this one. I'm over here, like kind of speaking to himself. And you'd hear way in the distance. You'd hear another one.
Very
over
faint.
You'd hear
I'm
another one
here
say, "I'm over
too."
here,"
So,
as he slowly starts losing his way. They're all converging again.
would you like a fortune?
Is it a lot of fame and fortune in my future?
I don't know. Let's see. She'll kind of like pull out a crystal ball and she'll start swirling her hand around it. And she slowly speaks. She says, "You live in interesting times. Your soul shall never rest. Forever made to wonder." That would be 10 gold, please.
I
Or you
don't
can
have
evacuate.
gold. I don't have gold.
I want to pull out the crystal
What about
ball.
you? What about you? She looks at you.
Who?
She looks at you, Manticore.
Oh.
I want to pull out the crystal ball, like knocking it off the table.
Crystal ball! You see kind of like a little plume float up from it. She just looks at you. That would be 1,000 gold.
I can say with certainty that those are not 1,000 gold. They are probably only closer to maybe like 100 gold.
She looks
Exactly.
at you. She just looks at you. Well, mine was special.
Well, your life is
Very
probably
well.
worth 1,000 gold, so when you evacuate and we save your life, we're even. So go away.
She squints her eyes at you.
Is her life worth 1,010 gold?
No.
Because I don't got no money.
She swishes her scarf. Is on the house. And then she flounces off.
You would see him start to climb up and on top of the tent. I'm assuming slowly burning it as he goes.
Dissolving it.
Yes.
You know, when
You
we get
just
done with
stay
this, they're
down.
gonna hate us.
You'd probably stand there for a
Down.
second and not see any gold. Oh, I don't see the gold up here.
Well, we can just use this as an excuse to move along to the next town. I've always said we've always talked about adventuring out farther past this town. Maybe this is just our excuse after we cure ourselves after that.
Divot. As you're kind of like looking after the whole crystal ball and things, roll me a perception check.
Perception check. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. I don't know my modifier.
Oh, your modifier for perception.
Found it. That's a 4.
You do not see it. Rob, would you be looking around the tent as you're leaving it?
Yes.
Okay, great. Roll me a perception check.
Let's see. Grab my perception.
Just knocking the shards and random things off of the table still.
That'll be a 5.
Okay.
We're doing great.
Do I have advantage? Because of my
No.
keen magical senses.
He does have the sniffa.
That is true. That is true. However, I don't think this would work. Freya, are you over by the tent? Were you looking in the tent too? Like, were you
Probably.
crowding around it? Great, you roll a perception check as well.
Okay.
So, I guess is this hearing or smell based?
Viewing, visual based.
Okay, got it.
How the heck do I?
Hey, Bean. Yeah,
hold
D&D.
on, where did it go?
Just roll a d20 and add +3 to it for you since you're the dancing foliage.
Why is it?
I can roll for you, but only you want me to.
Okay, add a +3 because I cannot figure out how to roll this.
All right. Do you want the blood dice or the green dice?
Blood.
Do you want Gromir or a Hawks to bless you?
Gromir.
Well, Gromir gave you a 16.
Okay, +3.
Passed it. So, Freya, as everybody's kind of like crowding around this tent, kind of like looking around it, making sure that there's nothing of importance that was left behind by the supposed magic woman, you see in the corner, sitting on her desk, is a book that reads Fortune Telling for Dummies, Ways to Fool a Common Man. You
Wait,
feel
what?
like that. I said, do you see in the corner a book that is labeled Fortune Telling for Dummies, Ways to Fool the Common Man? You have a feeling that the tent and gold was heavily overcharged, and the crystal ball definitely wasn't worth 1,000, probably.
I look at Rob.
Yes. She was
Shake
fake,
my
wasn't
head.
she? Yeah. Had a feeling.
Well, we did our part.
Indeed.
Just turn and leave,
Okay.
and as I'm leaving, I'm not used to being a large creature, so I swing way too wide. My tail just claws and slashes at the tent.
Kind of like knock the tent over. It,
Pretty
like, crashes
much.
down. A few things go thud and hit the floor. You see as the duplicator just kind of like oozes his way out of the tent.
So is that everybody now?
You would see that the woman who had helped you guys before, she would say, well, I wish you all the best of luck. I am going to try and ensure that everyone else gets out of town, as well as knock on a few of the doors, make sure everyone's out. But yes, good luck to all of you, and I hope you find them and find a way to turn yourselves back to normal if you need. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was
You-
my pleasure. As he will do a cordial, overly dramatic bow.
She'll wave at you guys as she heads off in the direction of the evacuation.
I think we might have done the hags a favor if they were thinking they were going to get better monsters in the town.
Well, they stole the chickens.
Oh no, I just meant that I don't think they were going to get better than us.
No, probably not.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if we're gonna want to go to the hag's place, Rob, keep your nose out in case you smell the hags or I guess new magics.
Rob's just stiffing. Keeping a nose out.
Right now, you smell the magic of those around you, and you also smell like some like weird sort of scent in that fortune-telling cart. Smells interesting, not like in a bad way or like decay or anything. Just smells weird. You sniff your way over and you find a small bag, a small pouch, and you peek inside, and you would see it has 2 beans inside.
Oh no.
Ooh, magic beans. Kind of grab it and kind of throw it onto his back, into like a little back stuffing pouch.
Yes. So now you have dynamite and you have 2 beans.
No.
2 beans that are magical? Question mark.
Yeah, maybe. When we find out. Okay. So, where would you guys like to go?
I guess we're going
There?
to
Where
3.
are we? Hold on.
Yes.
The hag's place.
Okay.
Where are our tokens?
We're not here, we're on the map.
Oh,
Am I able to be transported separately, or do I have to become one form again?
I mean, it might be easier for us to carry you if
You
you're in
have to
one
become
form.
form.
Is there any?
Most
Oh,
of you in a
no,
bucket, a little bit of you in a water skin.
Yeah, actually you could. There are other buckets around you would see.
And yeah, the problem, I was thinking about doing like a divider in the bucket, but then I was like, I'm just gonna eat through anything that I put as a divider. So
You could have a little bit of you in the hat and somebody could turn the hat upside down.
it's okay. I'll just try and separate whenever I get there.
It's fine. You can just have Freya cut you again. Into
I
4 pieces.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could be dropped as like a bomb.
You can be like a bread loaf.
Yeah, sliced bread, poured out of the bucket and sliced.
Basically.
Because I think technically I can be 4. Is how it works. Because based on the description, I can be 4 small creatures, 2 medium, or 1 large.
Yeah. I
So
would say
just
so.
tell me what to do and I'll do it.
okay. When the time comes, I might have you try and slice me up like bread.
Good choice.
Okay.
You would
So,
be bread pudding.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Yep, I would be bread pudding.
so are you guys just trying to kind of find your way, kind of like having seen the map and use the map? Or are you guys going to try and go back to the bonfire and try and like pick up the scent of the hags and go to their lair? Or how are you attempting to locate this place?
well, I can use my sniffer in order to find the best way to get there.
Yeah,
Following the magical essence.
I'm very not helpful in this scenario.
I figured what we could do is we had gotten like vague directions of where around where it is on the map. We can go there, and then we can really use Rob's sniffer to hone in on it.
Perfect. So how are you guys going about this? Are you like flying above the trees and kind of like seeing if you can spot it in the distance? A little bit? And kind
Yeah.
of like letting them know on the ground?
I can stay above them in the air, looking for landmarks.
Okay, perfect. So roll me a perception check. You have advantage.
Hell yeah.
That's why I want to check that you were flying.
I'm also sniffing on the ground too, seeing if I can pick up
Perfect.
anything.
That's a nat 20 for
Go
23.
ahead and you can go ahead and roll perception as well.
16.
Okay, perfect. And what did you get, Devitt?
23.
Okay, perfect. You would spot the area, it looks like, and kind of like call down. And you, Rob, have already picked up the scent, and you kind of like let them know as well. It kind of burns your nostrils a little bit. You are remembered of that smell, the decay and blood and fear. You smell that again, and it just burns your nose. You're like, oh no.
That's an awful smell.
Yeah. And that's the smell you smell.
What kind of smell is it?
Smells of decay and awful necrotic magic, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So you guys are able to head there.
Ooh.
And this is the scene that you are greeted with. It looks like a great place. Very delightful. Very pretty.
Ooh.
Both sarcasm.
But there's
I mean,
flowers.
I know Freya sees the flowers.
There's the river of sticks.
Those are mushrooms.
Oh.
Ooh, even better. Mushrooms.
Mushrooms with a
Mushrooms.
scarecrow?
Yes.
Why are they being guarded?
Do you go over to mushrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can move your characters. Fantastic. So as soon as you go over to the mushrooms, there are several of them that would begin shrieking immediately.
Ah.
Like loud shrieking. So
Shush.
Do I get a magical sense from the mushrooms?
not really magical. However, you would know what this creature is. It is a shrieker.
Oh, you might want to just back away from those. They are proximity based and they like to scream a lot. And if we're trying to be a little sneaky, it might be wise to keep away from them.
Can we not just step on them?
I mean, you can.
You are
Kill them?
welcome to try and attack it.
No, I don't like how you said that.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Is that what your character would do?
Not anymore.
No, I'd take
Nope.
Rob's advice.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't like that
Okay.
scarecrow.
It's watching you.
Always
closely.
watching.
Wait, can it detect movement?
Always watching.
I don't know. One try?
I don't know. Can Rob like sniff it?
You
I'm gonna
can
follow up
try.
with him.
You want to throw a piece of the duplicator at it?
I don't know if I
Is the
like that.
scarecrow really the boss here?
No, it's not.
What is that?
Oh, you say kind of like a beast of burden that is tied up outside, it would seem.
Where?
You,
Oh.
You've seen them in books before. It's a cattle paws.
Interesting.
That's just kind of chilling. It looks
Tied up?
weird. It's kind of like tied to a hitching post. It's grazing, it's eating some of the swamp grass. It seems content. In this strange area.
Okay. Does it smell like it's giving off a magical essence?
Yes. That one would be.
Is it the similar smell to the magical potence I was getting from the potion?
Not completely. Instead, this one just smells like death and swamp gas and skunk musk.
Inky.
Oh yeah, your nose does not want to be a nose anymore. Yeah. Your nose does not want to exist anymore.
Well, when we get a little closer, does it react differently?
Just kind of like looks up at you, kind of like growls a little bit, kind of like stay away from me, and goes back to grazing.
Thank you, Butch.
It seems not to be planning on hurting you unless you hurt it.
I mean, if it doesn't mind us going by the front.
Yeah. It seems to be fine with it. So, yeah.
I'm here for body returning stuff, not fighting undead caribou boar.
Yeah. So, do you go in?
Yeah, I like to follow kind of like closely
Yeah.
behind.
We'll go in.
Do the rest of you follow in?
Yep. Yeah.
Do one last look towards the screechers, making sure they're not making any noise before moving.
Yeah, they've started silencing themselves or quieting down. So,
Oh, could you slice me up?
Ah, yes. I'll let you do that before.
I would like to duplicate.
Duplication powers, go!
Just fill the bucket, let them...
Would you
Split out.
help slice? Would you help slice up slice them up?
The duplicator.
As long as he's lined up, yeah.
Yeah, I would line up.
Fantastic.
I would like to do the four small ones.
Okay.
Just keep yourself coming.
Before we enter fully, I'm
Yeah.
going to use my arcane sense and see if there are any spellcasters within 60 feet of us.
Is that limited to like creature or people
It's
or humanoids or?
It's the location. So the spellhound can pinpoint by scent the location of spellcasters within 60 feet of it.
Okay.
So are there any spellcasters within 60 feet?
You would locate one, but it seems very weak. Kind of like on a blip on the magical scale in general.
Got it. Which direction?
Oh wait, pardon me. You actually would feel two. One's a little bit stronger. So one is that direction. And one seems to be around here somewhere. It's the much fainter one. So it's kind of, it feels like it's darting around.
Okay, I didn't see the pings.
Oh, here? Here, and here is kind of like where it's pinging to.
Got it.
And then the one that was stronger was right here. It is not moving.
Got it. So I will relay that.
Good to know.
Okay. So you guys step in, and I know you mentioned you didn't want to fight an undead moose cow type thing. How do you feel about chickens? Well, not really chickens, of course, but
Oh no.
Chicken jockey.
No.
I've seen worse chickens.
Not Not those chickens.
I've made worse chickens.
Really?
Yes.
Ones that can turn people into stone?
Oh,
Oh, Medusa!
I'm not a people no more.
Well, creatures too.
Oh.
Your eyes are drawn to the corner of the cave where a large stick-like makeshift pen contains several hideous hybrids of lizard, bird, and bat, leaving it to look like some sort of disturbed chicken. The actually horrifying thing you realize is that their pen is open and they are racing out of it all towards you. In your heads, you hear an imp-like voice say, "You should have come here to my master's lair."
That's kind of rude.
So yeah, everybody roll initiative.
Initiative.
I'm gonna use my unicorn dice.
Oh, I don't know. I don't roll very.
It's not okay.
I'm not very
I thought-
initiative based.
Yeah?
It's actually not letting me roll.
What do you mean?
I'm clicking
Oh.
initiative. It's not letting me roll.
Oh,
You made
that's
my
probably
character.
because
That's
probably
bad.
because you didn't claim it. That's probably because you didn't claim it.
That's why I couldn't roll perception.
That's probably why you couldn't claim it.
I got a 1.
Let me.
What?
I got a
I
1.
actually roll pretty good for my negatives that I have to this.
Okay. Here you go, Freya. I am messaging it to you. Where the frick are you on my Discord? Here you go.
Shouldn't be that far.
Go to the bottom and click claim.
Bottom. Ah. Then. Okay, let's see. There we go. No.
Why is Ulag in the thing?
What?
Okay.
4.
Oh, for some reason the turn order. Oh, it's because it still had the turn order from before, like the last time we used the one
Oh,
shot. Okay.
Oh my
That
God.
makes sense.
Rob got a 9.
Okay. Perfect.
we're doing great.
Freya got a 4.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey, not as
Aria,
bad as
what did
you.
you get? Aria, what did you get? Oh, you
12.
got. Yeah, no, I thought that
Yeah.
these rolled bad, but honestly, they rolled the highest out of everybody. That's honestly kind of impressive. Okay, anyways.
Oh no.
Did you get overwhelmed by chickens?
Did it just hit you?
It's about
Gonna.
to. Okay, let's see. How many chickens are there?
Yes.
What are they having family dinner in there?
3, 4, 5, 6,
About 2.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
2 chickens.
No, there's a lot more than 10.
I said 2.
No. See,
I think she's just correcting your numbers.
I am. See,
Well, there's 10 currently on the field.
10, 20.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. What is your Manticore's AC?
14.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 will hit you.
That's not cool.
I mean, at least they don't do very much damage. Okay. You are going to take 12 damage,
Okay.
and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I am
6 times.
6 times.
Oh.
Yes.
It's kind of gross. Okay.
To be fair, they all attacked you. Those are all the attacks.
All right.
They're ganging up on you.
So first con is a 9.
Oh.
Second is a 19.
Okay.
Third is an 8.
Okay.
Fourth is a 12.
Okay.
Fifth is a 22.
Okay. If it
Six
helps,
is
that
an
you've
8.
already failed. It's already failed. You don't have to keep suffering.
He wants to suffer more. Let him.
Congratulations. You are beginning to turn to stone and you are restrained.
That's not cool.
Yep, have fun with that. Black Pudding, aka Duplicator, it's your turn.
The duplicator's got this.
All right.
All right. Duplicator will go into action, and I would like to attack this one with
Okay.
pseudopod because it's the only thing I can do.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. Plus that hit. A 9.
Oh, to hit?
9 to hit.
Okay, that would work on this one.
Oh, okay. Thanks. And then, is there any resistance to like acid or anything?
No.
Okay. So I'll just roll it all at once. It would be 19 damage total.
Very nice. It is now dead.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
You have one less that is, you know.
I like to attack this one.
Turning our friend
Okay.
to stone.
Go ahead.
Pseudopod.
Undo
Go
the
ahead.
stone.
Pseudopod. 12 to hit.
Okay, that would hit.
And it would okay.
Oh, no.
31 points of damage.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
dead.
And I would like to send this one over, attack that one.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, just keeps going. I got 4 turns basically. 12 again.
Okay, that would hit. You would watch as
Be a
the ooze
total of
basically-
30. It'd be total of 30 damage.
You would watch as the ooze basically just absorbs and consumes all of these cockatrices.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to look at it too. Like instead of even attacking him, I just kind of roll onto him.
Just
Basically.
meld.
Are you sure you want to turn back to normal before fighting the hags? Is the
I will
question.
attack this one.
Okay.
We're already here.
12 to hit. Or no,
Okay.
15.
We already
14
have
to
to
hit. Sorry, 14 to hit.
That would hit.
24.
That would kill it.
Yeah, its attacks does 1d6 plus 3 and then 48 acid damage.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we just leave just Duplicator as goo?
Yeah, we're good.
This is his life now.
I just don't get very much movement and I'm blind if I
Yeah.
look too far away.
How is a blob blind?
How is a
Well,
blood
he has-
not blind?
He
He
has
just
no
can't
eyes.
see very far. He doesn't have
He has
actual
blind
eyes.
sight. He has blind
Yeah.
sight. He senses things based off of their warmth.
Listen to the sound of my voice.
So
Oh, wait, you don't have ears either.
I'm basically, isn't it
Thermal.
farsighted? That's what they call it. Like where I could see like.
Blindsight.
It's you.
Yeah, farsighted is where you have trouble
me,
seeing.
but like
Yeah.
I'm blurry the rest of it.
Yeah.
That's nearsighted when you can see things.
Yeah, nearsighted.
like,
Okay.
Yeah.
up close but not
I know,
far
I get
away.
those confused too.
Yeah, so
That's the
I'm
opposite.
basically severely.
Yes, DND.
nearsighted.
Hey,
I
it's
can see
Tauntaun.
everything really well close to me, but past that, nothing.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
I guess I will also move forward.
Yes, around
Advance.
the manticore.
Is he like this ooze just go around you?
As you begin to turn to stone. Arya, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna unicorn myself up through here. And I get multi-attack. I get 1 hoof attack and 1 horn attack. So I'll just start with the one that's like the bottom one closest to me, and we'll start with the hoof attack.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits.
6 plus 4, that is 14 points of damage.
Very nice, very nice. It is dead.
Cool, and then I'll use the horn attack on the other one that's within 5 feet of me as well.
Okay.
It's gonna be a dirty 20 to hit.
That definitely hits.
It's just a d8. I'm probably not gonna knock him down. That's 4 plus 4, 8 damage on that one.
No, he resists it. You stab him with your horn, and he just screeches at you.
I got legendary actions, so
Oh.
it'll be fine. That'll be everything for right now. Maybe on someone else's turn, I'll take another turn.
Is she another one you're going to leave as the monster form?
I don't know yet.
Okay, Rob, it's your turn now.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay.
Because I have 40 movement speed and can't get up into combat. And
That works.
do not have any ranged attacks.
Can you dash to get up there?
I could, but then I would be in hitting range.
Hold on, I gotta measure.
Yeah, that's very true. Divot, it's your turn now. You have to immediately, let me check, I'm pretty sure it's immediately, yes, you have, oh wait, no. You are restrained. So you can still make your turn, you're just restrained.
So I can attack still?
You are restrained, so yeah.
Excellent. I don't need to move. They're all at me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I also have a multi-attack. And I can do it in any mix or combo I see fit, so we are going to make 3 rend attacks.
Okay.
Starting with the one that's been injured by the unicorn.
Okay.
What is that? Okay, thank you. So that is for the first one.
Mhm.
Oh. That's an 8 to hit.
That does not hit. I'm so sorry. You see it's kind of like your legs and such are turning into stone, and you swipe at it, but your movement is just so sluggish it just sweeps by the cockatrice, and it screeches at you.
Oh, I rolled the wrong die. That's fine. I still have 2 more hits anyways. I may have rolled a 1d8 to roll it.
Oh, well, yeah, that was always going to miss.
All right, second one's a 12.
Okay, that would hit.
And now I roll the d8.
Yes.
Oh, that's 11 damage.
It would die this time.
Good. And then this one's going to get attacked.
Okay.
Here's a d20. That is a 23 to hit.
That would definitely hit.
And that is another 11 damage.
That would kill it.
All right, I've done my job.
Okay, now make another saving throw. I need you to make one.
is con, right?
Yep, it is con. Do not fail.
I make no promises.
Please don't fail.
It's
Oh no.
a 7.
You are petrified.
Yeah.
You are now stone. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are a solid inanimate substance.
That's
You
fine.
have the incapacitated condition. Your speed is 0. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
On the bright side, you have resistance to all damage.
Oh,
And
I
the
did my
immunity to
part.
the poison condition. And the immunity to the poison condition. Okay, dancing flower girl, it's your turn.
No.
Yes.
You don't get an
Okay.
option in this.
Hold on.
It
So
is
if I
forcibly your turn.
If I use all of my movement, does that
can
mean I
go to
can't
here.
attack? No, it's
No,
30 feet. Oh wait, hold on.
you're in your
Oh,
flower
okay.
form.
Yeah. Is it 40 that I get?
Yes.
Okay, so wait, if I move all of my,
Go here.
and can I still attack?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay. Yes.
There you go.
Okay, hold on. Do serrated dance.
Okay, perfect. Let me double check. Okay. Are you sure you want to do serrated dance?
Wait. Am I within 10 feet?
You're not within 10 feet of the cockatrices. You are, however, 10 feet from one of the slimes. The oozes.
Oh. Wait, I didn't read that carefully enough.
The duplicator will be duplicated.
Alright, we're gonna alluring dance it.
Yes, I was going to say, if you'd like an idea, alluring dance would be a good one.
Yep. Well, that's my
Is
other
that one
option anyway,
30?
so.
Because that one is 20 feet. So, actually, you'd hit all of them.
Yeah.
You could choose all of them. Okay.
All of them.
So, for that one, they roll a wisdom saving throw, or they are charmed for 1 minute. So, you're basically luring them into a false sense of security.
Yes.
Until they die. From
Yes.
the duplicator.
Sure.
Probably.
Basically.
Yes.
Here you go. Have fun.
One would very much succeed. It got a natural 20. It is not fooled by you.
Let's go again.
The other one failed, and the other one succeeded. 2 succeeds and 1 fail. The one
Which
that is
failed?
this one is the one that failed. It's just staring at you and looking at you, and it's kind of like has its head. It settles down into the ground and kind of ruffles its little feathers, and it looks at you, and it has big, bright eyes, and it's just watching you. And you hear it kind of like making like content, sort of like kind of like chirp noises. So yeah, it's very happy. The other two are kind of like snarling. Okay. So now that it's their turn, they're going to go and attack the unicorn.
Rude.
And the ooze.
Before they go, can I make a stealth attack against the one that was next to me before they moved? Or did they just move?
Oh, they just moved now.
Oh, okay, I'll wait till they move and then I'll attack them. Because if there weren't any next to me, I couldn't attack them.
Yes. Okay, so this one is going to try and like come and defend its friend against from what it assumes is a very big bad ooze creature. It's going to try and bite you. It fails, luckily for it, since it could take acid damage. And then the other one got a 15, which let me check and see if that
It definitely hits.
that would hit you, Unicorn.
Oh, unicorn.
Yeah, this one failed attacking you. It got a nat 1.
Oh.
This one succeeds against the unicorn. And you are going to take... I found my actual dice. This one is going to do 4 damage to you, and I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, my chair's squeaky.
Aw, goo.
And you do have magic resistance, so you can roll.
Yeah, I have advantage. So shivering, collision, spells, and other magic ones. Which is good. I rolled a 15 plus con. 17.
Congratulations, you're not turning to stone.
Yay. Now
Black
I'd like
pudding.
to attack it
Oh yeah, you can definitely do that.
with one of my legs because they reset at my turn, so.
Yes.
It's gonna be 18 plus 7, 25 to hit.
Very, very nice. That will definitely hit.
12 damage total.
And that will kill it. So what you see happen is the cockatrice comes and tries to bite you in the leg. It bites you, and then it tries to turn you into stone, and then you just immediately kick it in the head, and it dies. Okay. Black Pudding, aka Duplicator. What would you like to do?
This one would like to attack that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I would like to pseudopod it.
Okay.
Attempt to at least. That would be a dirty 20.
Very nice, very nice. Roll damage.
20 damage.
It's
Oh,
dead.
nice.
Okay. 10, 5, 10, 15. Attack that. That is only a 8.
Oh, to hit?
Yeah.
That will not hit.
Okay. I figured not. 5, 10, 15, 20. But from the back, I will. Are we doing flanking or not? Yes.
Since it is yourself,
I'm there technically.
that's true. Yeah, that's fine.
I can't do much, but I'm there.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I just wasn't sure if it.
Yeah, that's fine.
9. Wait, what am I saying? 10. Sorry, 10.
That hits. How much damage? Is it going to be, yeah, will probably be similar to the last time. I'm just preparing to delete it.
32.
Yep, it's that. I was like, I'm just preparing.
It's 48 1d6 plus 3.
Now,
If
however,
they're
you
wearing
have...
armor, it hurts them, but they aren't wearing armor, so it doesn't matter.
Now, however, you have a different dilemma as your friend is currently petrified into stone on top of being a manticore.
I don't think the duplicator is able to help the situation.
There might be something in the layer that we can use. I'm sure they probably have a cure just in case they get petrified.
Very true, very true.
The duplicator would like to spread out.
Okay. You can't really see much since you are an ooze. You feel you basically sense things based off of their heat and such with the blind sight. So you would feel intense warmth from this, and you feel like it could. You feel like it's kind of like the bonfire.
I guess I'll just kind of go and rummage around for a while. No one else does anything. I'm just gonna kind of go in directions and hope I find things.
Your acid form kind of like oozes over the carpet and kind of like starts destroying part of the carpet as you go along.
So, question.
Yes, sir.
Our stone manticore friend, is he currently giving off a magical essence? Like the stone statue itself? Would this be
Yeah.
counted as like a spell-like effect, albeit?
Yes.
Okay. Then I am going to try something and see if it works.
Okay.
So my nullifying howl,
Okay.
the spellhound lets out a high-pitched, multiphonic howl to disrupt magical effects within 60 feet of it. Any spell of 3rd level or lower within the area ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher within the area, the spellhound can make an ability check, adding its con modifier. DC is 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the spell ends. So would this potentially be able to disrupt the petrifying effect?
Now, do you want to cast it in here?
Move and other stuff.
He might demagic the fish.
Oh my god.
You see it? Do you want to look around first before you do that, or do you want to go for it? Either
I'll
one
do
is
that.
fine.
I'll do that after we look around for a bit, and then I will
Okay.
attempt it,
Okay.
just to make sure I don't accidentally disrupt anything else.
Don't worry, I'll guard the door.
Okay.
I want to look
So-
for
So,
potions
Then
specifically.
I'm gonna use my sniffer to see if I can sense any magical anything coming
Okay.
from contained areas.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So you would sense magic coming from all sorts of different areas.
I want to investigate the food.
So Rob, you would sense magic coming from over here, 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 and here.
Alright,
Oh
so
no, it's another campfire.
Rob is kind of point out with his nose each of the different locations. And
2, 1. Better for you guys.
that works too.
What is that? A leaf or a pickle?
What?
This.
Looks like a bed.
It looks like a pickle.
And the hag turned itself into a pickle.
Instead of poison apple, it's a poisonous pickle.
Rob's gonna sniff at the chest.
Okay. We'll
What kind of
go.
magic is it giving it off?
Perfect. And while you go over there, I will check. Where do you want to go, Arya? Like, kind of like that way I get an idea of where everybody is going to be going.
Mhm. Just a glance around the room. Does anything look like where witches would make potions? That's what I'm looking for.
Yes, you would spot a potions area and cauldron set up with a small pile of bones, and you would spot a small impish humanoid with bat-like wings rearranging a pile of bones, picking one up and placing it down. Taking more notice, you can see that each of the bones has carvings etched painstakingly into the marrow.
Is that on the right-hand side?
Yes, that is
Yeah, I'll
right.
go over there. So I'm going over there.
Okay. And then Freya, where do you plan to go?
Food.
Okay. So we're going to kind of like go in the order everybody introduce themselves. So, well, Divot, how are you enjoying life as a stone manticore?
I'm thinking about my life choices.
That's perfect because you can just stare. You just stare out to
Staring
open
solemnly at the flame,
Yes.
remembering not being stone.
Okay. We'll get you out after we leave the room.
It's all good.
Okay, Arya, you are over amongst the potions and such. What would you like to do over there?
Looking for anything potiony that may have a label. Like,
Yeah, you would see a whole bunch of different potions. And on the desk, it looks like there's also some stuff. So roll me perception checks. One for the shelf and one for the desk. And you can tell me which one you want for each.
let me look.
I would
Would
let
this be
you...
perception or investigation?
That's a good point. You're trying to look at the things. Let's see. Say investigation.
Yeah.
I'll go investigation.
Oh, darn. I should have said anything because my wisdom is a lot better than my intelligence. But that's okay. Okay, so that's 13 and a 10. And I have no bonus to intelligence. So I'll do the 13 on the potions because that was the goal, and 10 on the desk assortment.
Okay. So on the shelf, you would see things like a shimmering dragon-like creature suspended in a deep blue solution as one of them. You would see golden sand swirling in a clear liquid that rotates in a clockwise direction.
Mm-hmm.
You would also see a half-frozen slurry of orange liquid that smells like strawberries.
Favorite flavor.
A deep red liquid
Mhm.
dripping with an hourglass-shaped vial.
And
then you would spot a four-leaf clover made of crystal floating inside of a golden solution.
Ooh.
And lastly, on that specific shelf, there is another shelf, which I'm just rolling into it as well. You would see a clear, odorless liquid contained inside a jade and gold cylinder, topped with a jade dragon head.
do any of them have like labels on them or symbols that you might be able to find like a code to figure out what they are?
So you would spot that some of them have like small, like little etchings of 1 and 2 on them. One has like 3. The shimmering dragon-like creature one, that one has 8. And then the golden sands, that one has the number 8 scratched onto it. And then the deep red liquid one, that one has 10 scratched into it. Then the slurry-like one, that one has a line drawn through it instead. Kind of like it was like a scratch line, kind of like a minus sign. Then the other one, the four-leaf clover one, would have 24 on it.
Mhm.
And then the clear odorless liquid one also has a 24 scratched onto it.
Mm.
There is another one that has streaks of blood red lance through a translucent gray solution. That one would have a line through it. Then there is a thin, rancid, clear liquid. It seems to not touch the inside of the vial. That one would have 24 on it. And then the very last 2 potions. Chunks of fresh red berries in a syrupy red solution. That would have a slash through it. And then the very last bottle. That one is a human heart beating in golden goo. And that one also has a slash through it.
How do these witches make these potions and not even know what they are?
Well, yeah.
I have hands, so I can't take any of these.
So on the desk, you would see that there is a potions kind of like bottle. There are several kind of like vials and there's a small like little pouch that looks like it has alchemical ingredients, and you would see a small like little box of recipe cards. Almost looks like, and you would see written in Sylvan. You would see one of the recipe cards that kind of details the potion that turns you guys into what you are, and it tells you how to make a potion of reversal as well.
I can read it, but I don't got hands.
So, yeah.
I got hands, but I can rip it up.
So, yeah.
I will just call attention to what I have found so other people can do what they will.
And you would also see that there is a potion that is next to it. And you think, wonder what that could do.
I don't.
So, yeah.
You're saying we didn't see the blue fog when it went over us?
Oh no, I'm saying the bottle, the potion bottle.
No, I know,
That is in
but
the recipe.
we didn't see that blue fog.
No, you guys seen the blue fog. I'm saying you don't know what this potion is, and if this potion is
but
the one that turns you into a monster or turns you out of a monster.
Right, I'm wondering if it's blue.
No, it is not blue. It is kind of like a grayish pink color.
But we don't know if the potion was blue, it's just the fire turned blue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if
Well,
we were in the
fair,
other
that fire
campaign
was
right
also-
now, I would test it.
Potion tester.
As long as you guys aren't trying to kill her this time around.
If we were in
Okay.
the other campaign, I'd test it.
Port it over.
I mean, technically,
Can I
you
take
guys
a
are
little,
in that
like a
world.
tiny drink of it?
You guys are in the same world,
Whoa.
or in the same continent, I should say.
Oh.
Okay. So, let's see. After that happened, we are going to go to Rob the Plush. You are going to sniff this chest, right?
Indeed. Sniff the
What is
chest.
with you guys and sniffing thing?
Okay. Well, to be fair, he is a spellhound. It's kind of his job.
Yeah.
Okay. So, about that,
Oh.
hold on, let me bring up the page. I'm going to need you to roll an initiative.
Ah.
Oh.
I was sniffing for a mimic. That's what I was sniffing for. Because I had a feeling.
You have found one. Congratulations.
Okay.
Ask and you shall receive.
Wait, so are we rolling initiative?
Right now, just he is until he lets you guys know
Okay.
10.
that is going on. Okay, fantastic. Let me add that. Add turn. And let me get my mimic. Hello, I'm trying to
Question.
drag you.
Mimics are made of magic, right?
Yes.
Would my howl just destroy the mimic?
Just unmimic.
Unmimic. Undo
Let's
mimic.
see.
It is now just a chest.
That's not a fine howl. Work
The-
on a mimic. I feel like somebody
Would the
has done that.
duplicators sense this? Considering I'm right here.
Sense that yet.
Like the mimic.
Yes, you would sense warmth.
Mhm.
Let's see. I'm looking at the stat block. It says that it is a shape changer, so it's not necessarily made of magic. It says the mimic can use this action to polymorph into an object or back into its true anamorphous form. The statistics are the same in each form. Mimics are shape-shifting predators able to take on the form of inanimate objects to lure creatures to their doom. In dungeons, these cunning creatures are often take the form of doors and chests, having learned that such forms attract a steady stream of prey. So no, it would not be magical.
Okay. That's fine. Still gonna bite it.
I'm gonna
That's
slice
fair.
That's right.
I'm gonna stare at this fire.
What is wrong with you?
Well,
It's kind of a
right
hard
now-
knock life right now.
Right now, he's kind of a rock.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of a stone. He doesn't really get an option to stay there or not.
My bad.
I'm sure he'd like to not be one.
It might be best for him, to be honest.
Or Divot.
I mean, Divot was one of your tanks, so if you don't want them, you can have a lawn ornament.
Okay, there we go. Here's my mimic. Okay. So you got a 10. And the mimic. Going to roll for him. He got an 11.
Rats.
Just one ahead.
There.
Okay. So the mimic is going to attack you. Okay. Well, he was going to try and attack you. I don't suppose a 6 hits you. Not 1 plus 5.
Nope.
Okay.
That will not, unfortunately, hit me.
Okay. Go ahead. It is now your turn. As soon as I hit the turn order.
All right, I am going to bite it.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see. 14 to hit.
That would definitely hit.
Okay. So that will be. Uh, 11 points of damage.
Okay, very nice.
And then on the second strike is even higher. That would be a 18 to hit.
That would definitely hit.
This one is only going to be for 9 points of damage.
Okay. Very nice, very nice.
As I bite down on the mimic.
No.
It is going to be its turn, and then you can go ahead and roll initiative duplicator if you want to join in.
I will do that.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
What did you get?
Initiative is based off dex, right?
Yes.
I got a -1.
Uh,
I don't.
Well, I don't know how to do that because I have a -3 to dex. I rolled a
It's gonna-
2.
I'm just gonna give you a 1.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
I'm just gonna give you a 1.
You
'cause I
don't go.
I don't think you can be a -1 in initiative.
that
if
means you don't
someone
get a
wants-
turn.
If someone wants to correct me, they're welcome to. I genuinely don't know how to handle a -1 in the
Just,
Okay.
I assume that'd just be like a 0.
yeah,
Well-
it's just you're at the bottom of the initiative.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think technically you can have a negative because someone could have a higher negative than you theoretically.
In theory.
So like, yeah, but that only applies if you somehow can get lower than a -1.
The
Oh, you
numbers
can
usually
trust me,
don't matter,
you
it's
can
just
get
the
lower than a
order.
-1. If you have a very bad dexterity, you can get lower than a -1.
Yeah, if you have like a 2 dexterity kind of thing or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Does a
What is your
16
dexterity?
Huh?
I said, does a 16 hit you?
16 will hit.
Okay.
Dupe, what is your dexterity?
It's a 5.
You got a
So
negative?
So it's a -3.
Ooh.
So you are
Yeah.
going to take a 7 for piercing damage and an 8 for acid damage.
Well, acid, I could do that.
Oh, not you.
I know, I missed.
You said 7 points of piercing damage.
Taste of its own
Yeah.
medicine.
And 8 acid.
That probably means he's immune.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's not good for me. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna help very much.
Nothing else here distracting source for to attack.
Yeah, because most of my damage is acid.
Okay, Rob, it's your turn now.
Okay. Oh, that's a natural 1. So that's gonna miss.
Ooh.
And that's a 2.
Oh.
So that's an 8.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Oh no.
Dice betray me.
They have. Do you want to shout for help?
I mean, they can't hear the sound of combat.
Well, the unicorn's kind of busy looking at potions. The dancing flower
Unicorns.
should hear you, though. The dancing flower should hear you, though, or see this going on. Freya, you see this going on. Do you wish to partake?
Are you guys okay?
Woof.
Do I speak? Woof.
I don't know. Do you speak wolf? You see the mimic.
All right. I don't. Hold on. Measure. How far?
The plant is distracted by the food.
Oops.
It's fine. Nothing happened. Totally.
Hold on. Where's?
I believe in you.
You put me there. Or there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll roll initiative.
Am I rolling on Freya?
You can roll on Freya because your dex is the same. So honestly, if it's
Yeah,
easier
Jordan,
for you to roll
hey,
on
beans.
Freya, then go for it.
Okay. 15.
Okay. Well, you are up in the top of the lineup.
Wait, I was moving up here.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
Oh, hold on.
That's fine.
Can I use an action and do serrated leaves?
Yes, you can do that.
Or is that gonna hurt them too?
It will hurt them too.
No.
You can do that, though.
No.
You can do that though.
No.
That's an
It won't hurt
option.
me.
No.
It don't hurt me.
If you move closer, you can do serrated leaves.
Can I move again though, or will that
You can move on
be
your
my
next
turn?
You can move on your next turn. Since you just now walked into the fight, you'll have your actual turn coming up.
Okay.
This is just basically you walking into the fight.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Like after, yeah.
Duplicator, it is your turn.
Question.
Answer.
Can I toss myself? Because I'm strong.
You can
toss
try
liquid?
you can try and like throw yourself. Yes.
And feed yourself
So
to the mimic.
I think that another one of you has to be over there though, so you can move another one of you over there and then toss yourself if you like.
Yeah, so what I was thinking is 5, 10, 50. I was gonna see if I can toss this one. Other me. How far can I throw?
Hold on, let me
Potentially. I am
How far
willing.
can I throw myself?
calculate and throw.
I am willing.
D&D.
Calculating
I have a 16 strength.
Listen, I try my
we
best
have
to be
16
prepared, but
We have
Okay,
16 strength.
okay, so an improvised thrown weapon has a normal range of 20 feet, and a long range of 60 feet. So, a long range of 60 feet. So you would be able to toss yourself to here.
I would like to do that.
Okay, fantastic. Make me a strength check just to make sure you're able to get all the way there.
All right, I can do that.
If you roll lower, your throw will be decreased by distance.
It's horrifying, but I love it.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, what?
Sorry, my internet just like disconnected.
Oh no, it's okay.
Which means I don't have. Okay, this is still technically working, but I need to go find some physical dice. I rolled a 22, is what I think I rolled, if I remember right. I think I rolled a 19 plus 3.
Did you roll? You rolled on D&D Beyond, right?
I did. I don't know if it went through though. I need to grab some physical dice real quick, and I can no longer see. I can see my character sheet, but I cannot see my tokens
Oh.
because my internet just cut out.
That's fun.
I seen where it showed that it was sending. It didn't go all the way through though, but I can just have you go.
I think it was a 19 on the dice.
That's fine.
But
Honestly, anything over like a 16 would have made you get there. So.
All right, I'm grabbing my physical dice temporarily. I cannot see myself, so I would like my others just to get in position to attack.
Okay. So
That is doable.
you would see the horrifying image of the black pudding just throwing itself in front of the fire, yeeting itself towards the mimic divot. That is what you would see as you're peacefully walking the fire.
I'm just staring into the eye on the wall.
Yeah.
The eye of Sauron.
Yeah, my internet's back. Yeah, cool.
Exactly.
And
The eye is
I'd
looking
like
back at you.
these. I'd like these two to attack this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Not that I think I can do that much, because I mainly acid. 20 on the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and dirty 20 on the second one.
Both would hit.
Should I still roll acid damage, or?
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'll roll the bludgeoning first.
Okay, roll the bludgeoning.
Let's see. So 14 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and then 35 acid damage.
You would watch as it just slowly like sucks some of that acid into itself. And you would watch as the wounds that you have caused on it, Rob, and also the bludgeoning damage that you did to it. I forgot the name. I forgot your name. One moment.
Duplicated.
Duplicator. Thank you. For some reason, the name escaped me. But you watch as the damage that you both have poured into it just kind of re-heals itself with the acid. So yeah, it's stronger now. Healthier.
Nice going, guys.
Maybe I should go.
I thought you were the leader.
I guess I'll
Oh, wait a
move
minute.
these
Wait,
closer, but then that'll be it for my turn.
Come here. Bring all of you.
All of me.
Yes.
I cannot move anymore, but I am currently where I am.
I was going to try and hurt it and then, like, hurt everything around it to see if it damages itself.
Okay.
Will that work? If you know what spell I'm talking about or whatever I'm talking about.
Oh, the serrated dance.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, given that it's kind of in a corner, there's not really a place that you can go where you won't hurt your friends. Specifically,
No.
Rob. He is literally within range of both, either side.
No, I know. I want to so that the chest absorbs the pain and hurts itself. Is that how the mimic works?
More like it just absorbed the acid damage because it's acid, and this specific one absorbed the acid damage. Most mimics, don't do that, but this one does.
Whoa, what kind of
what kind of
damage is
damage-
serrated dance?
But yes, so if you serrated dance is fine, it's just slashing. You could go and do a multi attack if you wanted to. If you wanted to just go over here, because you do have that, you have the multi attack. The dancing foliage makes 4 attacks with its serrated leaves.
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to, you can go over there on that side of it,
Okay.
or here. Just somewhere where you're within 5 feet of it.
There. Oh,
And then-
right. I have to roll.
You need to roll 4 d20s. Because you get 4 attacks.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Because you have 4 limbs.
What kind of damage did it do before? To the just acid?
7?
What did you say, Freya?
Okay, 1 is a 7.
Okay, very good.
Oh no. Oh, 1.
Oh.
20!
That one's good.
7.
Oh.
I got a nat 20.
We have a +5 to it. Let me check if that would...
Oh, I wasn't mathing.
Actually, a 7 would be just enough. How many 7s did you have?
2.
2?
And I had 1, and a 20.
Well, the 1 does not... That one's not gonna attack.
Okay.
That was
Could've
not
helped.
gonna... That was... It helped. I mean, if you want to trip, you can help it.
No.
Okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and roll the thing that I gave you, that macro key. You
Which
can
one?
roll that 3 times.
Dance? Or leaves?
No, the other one. The leaves.
Roll at 3.
Roll that. Yep, roll that 3 times.
1, 2.
Very nice. And that was your let's see, let me check. Okay, that was your 3rd roll. So that would be 8 plus 3. So that one, the 1/7 is doubled. Nice damage. You got a decent amount.
What'd I do?
You rolled well.
Okay.
So it is hurt again.
Can I back up?
Not unless you want it to hit you,
Okay. Never mind.
because it'll have opportunity attack if you move.
Nah.
Okay. It is now the mimic's turn. It does not like being in a corner, but it doesn't really have a lot of an option here. Going to try and attack the person that thinks that it can escape from the most.
Which is?
Not you.
Okay.
It is actually going to attack the duplicator because it's acid. And then it can...
Duplicator.
Does a 14 hit you?
It does.
Okay, congratulations. Can you roll me a 1d8 of acid damage?
Yes. Oh, I see what you're talking about. What kind of damage is it doing to me?
Acid?
Just acid. Okay. 5.
Okay, fantastic. It's
Does anyone have? Does anyone
two
have any range?
What do you mean
Range.
by range?
Ranged attacks.
I
Yeah,
wish I
how
did.
many feet?
Well, just ranged.
I do.
The duplicator has an idea.
I mean,
the-
technically speaking, if we want to, I have dynamite.
That
Oh.
that'd be bad for me. I'm not immune to dynamite.
The one that has range is currently a rock right now.
Oh,
Please get back to him later. It is now your turn, Rob. It is still very hurt. Like, it did not heal itself that much.
Okay, I'm going to try and hit it.
Okay, go ahead.
That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Well, I would say that definitely hits it.
So that will be 8 points of
Okay,
damage.
very nice.
On the second strike,
Mhm.
that'll be a 9 to hit.
Very nice, very nice. That does not hit.
Didn't think so.
It was very nice for it.
I was gonna say, why'd you say very nice but didn't hit?
Because it's good for it.
He's not on our team.
Well, I can still say it's very nice. Black Pudding, aka Duplicator. Where would you like to go, or what would you like to do?
Oh, also,
Oh, yes.
technically speaking, it's supposed to be when I hit it. It's supposed to be making strength saving throws,
Oh,
unless it's
fantastic.
immune to being prone.
Oh,
which
no,
I-
it is not.
Okay.
The first one succeeds because that was a nat 20.
Okay.
The second does a 1 save.
Ooh. Okay. So then it would have been knocked prone.
It is currently prone now, yeah.
You
which
chip the
means,
chest.
technically speaking, some of us would have had an advantage.
Oh, it's just
Oh.
prone now from your last attack.
Okay. Because,
Yeah, the
It would-
first one was a nat 20.
okay, well, it's had to have made 3 saves because I've hit it 3
Oh,
times now.
okay, so that was before. Okay, I'll roll
Yes.
those. Okay. I got a 14 and a 17 for the previous ones.
Okay, so those ones will save, so it is prone
Okay.
now.
So yes, it is prone now. Okay. So duplicator, it is now prone.
Do
So
both
then
of you
if
have
it-
range?
Okay, so if it was the first hit that knocked it prone, then the second one would have been at advantage.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead.
Okay, let's see. How about a 12? Is a 12 hit?
Yes, a 12 would hit. It would
7
just
points.
hit.
7 points of damage.
Fantastic. It's nearly dead.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Excellent.
Do you guys have range?
I do not.
No.
FYI, if it's prone, ranged attacks have disadvantage.
Neither.
How are you doing on health?
I'm okay on health.
Okay. I was gonna try and block it in, but I guess I probably don't need to.
Oh yeah. How much health do I have as this plant?
You haven't gotten hit yet, so you still have your hit points of 66.
I didn't know I had 66.
Yes, you have hit 66. It's on your stat block for the creature. If you go look under dancing foliage, it says medium plant, chaotic good, armor class 13, hit point 66, and speed 40 feet.
Okay.
Is there any objects near me?
There's this on the wall. It looks like a giant
What is
lily.
that? Can I like throw it?
Are you okay?
Hi. Yeah, can try and pull it down from the wall and throw it, yeah?
What if multiple of me throw it? Can I just like try and chuck it at this thing?
You can. It is a lily pad, though. I will have you keep in mind.
Oh no! That doesn't just look like one. It is a little okay.
Yeah. You can
is there
throw
any-
a lily pad at it.
There's no objects over here I could throw. I'm guessing.
You could try to throw the chair.
I'd like to try and throw the chair. I'll have these two work together to throw
The
this chair.
question is,
That-
are you able to throw it fast enough before it dissolves in you? I would. Let's see. Any non-magical weapon made of metal or wood that hits the pudding corrodes. How fast does it corrode, though?
It can eat through 2 inches thick of non-magical wood or metal per round. So 2 inches of it.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like both of them to try and throw this. So just be advantage, right?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
see. Improvised weapon. I'm pretty sure somebody has thrown a chair. Improvised chair.
I'm
weapon
sure.
damage. Improvised chair weapon damage. Okay. 1d4 bludgeoning damage. Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
It'd be a dirty 20.
Okay, you are able to hit it with a chair. I'm just going to draw a line through it so we know that chair no longer exists. This chair is now not here.
I would like to move towards this chair, but I already used my action, but...
Okay. Go ahead and roll a 1d4.
Okay. 2.
Okay. Damage is still damage.
2 damage. And I guess I'll just kind of... I'll move over here with this guy, so I'm kind of like on either side of it.
And
That way if it tries to run. But other than that, I can't really do anything to it, so...
Hi.
it is now your turn. Would you like to do the same thing you did before?
Um. Was that leaves?
Yep.
Yeah. What am I rolling?
Okay. Roll 4d20s again.
Any pluses?
There is a +5. I've been adding them in my head for you.
And don't forget these are at advantage because it's prone.
Yes.
Oh, so
yeah,
I
it is
have
an
to roll-
advantage.
How
So
many
roll
times?
8. Roll 8.
Okay. Are you writing these down?
You roll them in. You can roll them in the D&D
I'm
Beyond.
rolling my dice. Okay.
Roll good.
16,
Okay, that would hit.
12,
What's the next one?
12.
Okay, that one would not hit. Oh, wait, no, that one would hit. That one would hit.
Okay.
So far 2.
14.
That one would hit.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, you have 3. What's the
2.
next one?
That doesn't hit.
No, but you have advantage. So what's the next one?
Oh. 18.
That one would definitely hit. Are any of the ones later on a 20?
I don't know. I haven't rolled that yet.
Okay, finish rolling the other 3.
3,
Okay. Next.
14,
Next.
14.
Okay, just want to make sure you didn't get any natural 20s. Okay, go ahead and roll your macro key 4 times because you hit it all 4 times.
Okay. 1, 2, 4.
It's dead. How would you like to kill it?
Chop its tongue off.
Wait, what?
It has a tongue.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
And then stab it in the throat.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. We have a violent flower.
Hi.
Okay, it's dead.
With my hands.
You would see as
With
it
my
kind of like
scissor hands.
falls. You see as it kind of like falls over dead. It kind of like turns itself back into a blobbish shape. You see kind of like a little like mouse or rat skeleton fall out of its mouth.
That's what we fought.
Well, it's an anamorphous blob, and it had a mouse in it because it had killed.
Hey, dude,
the
it's
mouse,
you.
ate it.
So
It's your cousin.
Rob's gonna kind of go up to it and sniff to see if there's anything magical, because he was getting a magical essence coming from this direction.
It's the blob.
Well, the blob is not exactly magical.
Yeah. You wouldn't feel it anymore. You kind of like look up and kind of like sniff. You would see it. You would sense it's in the rafters now.
Where's that?
Up at the rafters.
Oh no.
The magical scent is up in the rafters, and you would hear a voice in your head say, "Oh no, you've killed their pet. What will they do now?"
We're coming for you.
You would hear a voice in your head saying, "You can't get me. You don't even know where I am."
I can hear you, and that's good enough for me.
This point,
In your head.
Rob would howl.
Oh.
I think you just
At
gave
this
me
point,
a
right
Rob
now?
would howl. Yes, right now.
Where you're at right now?
Yeah.
I think you just gave me a headache.
Hang on, actually.
Does
I'll
Rob
make
break
sure
the transformation?
that- Yes. Rob's gonna howl at this point.
Are you
What's up?
sure you
Rob's-
want?
Hey.
Sure you want to howl? Just want to double check.
No.
You might want to move. Is my only concern.
If she's
It's
helping you, take it.
fine.
You don't have to listen to me. You can howl.
You'll be
I just want to
fine.
double check.
I'm gonna move kind of over here a little bit so he's kind of gets a more centralized location to make sure whatever the hell is making that noise gets within
Yeah,
howl
that's fine.
range.
That's better. That's better.
So the potions get demagicked. It's fine.
Hey, wait a minute.
Well,
I
it
don't-
doesn't break magical items.
Okay.
It doesn't break magical items. It's more for breaking spells.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't disenchant things. It's just
Okay.
a
I had interpreted that wrong then. Yeah, you can go wherever
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah, I saw you kept like looking at the potions rack.
yeah.
Yeah, that
The
was
bone.
that was what I was. That's what I was thinking. I was like, is it gonna?
'Cause, yeah,
affect
it's-
the
I can't
it's
see you measure.
It's for any spell of 3rd level or lower within the area.
Okay,
So there's
that.
a spell on it then.
So yeah, at this point, Rob the Plush is going to howl. He's ticked. He's going to howl.
That is perfectly fine. So you
Just to
would
break the
no
stone.
longer. Yeah, you would no longer be a stone now.
I'm
Congratulations.
free.
You would feel like your
Abracadabra.
stone. You would feel your stone form kind of like crack and your actual manticore like body emerge from underneath of it. As it kind of had turned into a stone shell around you as time went on. Oh, also, all of this food would look disgusting now.
Figured.
Wait, why?
Typical hag.
It's all
Yep.
disgusting now. It looks.
Wait, was it
really-
magic food?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
It was disguised. You would
Yeah, but a
also
prisoner.
notice. You would also notice that this eye is no longer looking. Like the eye would be closed.
Ah,
Sleeping.
scrying. Interesting.
Oh, I thought it was sleeping.
And you would have the kind of sort of cackling voice say, "That was bad, very, very bad."
Looks up towards it.
You would see it. It is very much visible now.
Points at it with looks, points like a comically extended paw towards it, towards the manticore. There it is. Get it.
This keep in mind this would be in the rafters, but this is what you would see.
I can get it still.
Uh-huh.
This is what it looks like.
Oh.
I can still get it.
Oh.
I don't care if it's in rafters. I have range.
Uh-huh.
What if we shoot the eyeball that's in the wall?
I want to hit it.
I want to poke it.
Okay.
I got a range of
You can do
200
that.
feet.
Guys, I found some cool potion stuff. I think we can cure ourselves. I just don't have hands.
I don't think any of us have
Hold on, I want
hands.
to kill this eye.
Shuffling through stuff.
Yeah, you might have to try and work with it with your mouse and just kind of like pick things up. Or
Nah.
you might have to taste test that potion.
I got to attack
I'll taste test it later.
Okay, go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Romir, help me out, buddy.
Okay, yeah.
Hawks wasn't doing too good.
Uh-oh.
Now, I do want to check. Do we want to end the stream here, or do we want to finish dealing with this thing and then see what the potion is next time?
How are y'all feeling?
How long will it take?
Oh, this for this creature?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much damage can you guys do?
I can probably be up and over the next 12 minutes.
My range attack does 1d8 plus 3 each hit.
How many times can you attack with it?
3.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, my initiative was a dirty 20.
Okay.
I didn't realize I was muted this whole time. How high is Rafter?
Not too high from here. You could honestly probably climb onto the fireplace and then climb onto the eye and then climb onto the rafter.
Is it where he can throw parts of himself at it?
I don't need to climb if I can throw.
Oh yeah, that is true. It's about 40 feet up in the air. So you'd be able to throw it.
Okay, so yeah, it's gonna die fast. It's gonna get gooed.
I can stick to walls too.
Okay, I'm gonna get like a broom and knock you down so you can clump back together.
6.
13 for 13 for Rob.
Okay.
11.
Okay. And what'd you get, Freya?
6.
Okay, perfect. There we go.
I can watch while you guys fight. It's fine.
These are here too.
I did the mimic. He'll be fine.
Okay, go ahead, Manticore.
We're have to do 3 tail spikes.
Okay, go ahead.
So does that mean you have to roll 3 times?
Yeah. Well, first one is actually that's a 12.
Okay. Let me check. That would not hit.
The second one's a nat 20.
That one would definitely hit.
The third is 12.
Oh,
Very nice, very nice.
It's fine. The one that hits is a nat 20.
Nat 20 is the one that hits. And the Nothic stays alive a little bit longer.
That is, oh god, that is 8 damage.
it's something.
Okay, that's not bad.
I rolled a 1 for my damage.
Oh,
You tried.
I got 1 tail spike on it.
Okay. It gets annoyed. It looks towards you, Rob. How dare you sniff me out and send these after me? And
That's what I do best.
it fixes you in its gaze. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Is this a magical effect?
It is.
That is going to be Constitution would be a 18.
Very, very, very nice. You are only going to take half damage of this, and it is necrotic damage, but it is a magical effect. So I'm not sure if you are slightly resistant to that.
I'm not. It's.
Okay.
I just advantage on saving throws.
Okay. So you are going
nice.
to take half of this. So half of 17. Which I think is 8? 6?
or set.
7.
The
7.
Yeah, I was gonna say 8 or 7.
How do you guys want to do this? Do you guys want to round these ones up or down?
I usually round down.
Okay.
If
Round
it
down.
ends down.
Down it is then. So that will be 7 damage for you.
Okay.
And it is going to run along the rafters.
I know you like to round up.
Get away. Okay, it is now your turn.
I can run, but I can't run.
What?
Okay. How tall up are the
30
raptors?
feet. 40 feet. You could probably get to jump onto this and then jump onto the rafters if you want to go up into them.
Okay.
Ooh.
Then I am. Rob is going to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. Okay.
Okay,
I jump up
you
and
are
get
now,
up into the rafters.
you are now on the rafters.
Are you gonna howl again?
Oh, actually, do I get it back? I do not get it back.
Okay. Duplicator, it is now your turn.
I'd like to move here and throw this guy at that one.
Okay, go ahead and roll strength.
Okay.
If you roll well, you may hit it in the face with yourself.
That did not roll good.
What'd you get?
8.
Okay, you throw yourself up into the air and then you fall straight back down. You don't take any damage, you just kind of like splat.
So
That's-
how far
very comedic.
down did I go?
Right here. You're on the ground
Okay.
again.
5, 10, 15. I like to throw this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Second try. That is a dirty 20.
And you are right in its face. So go ahead, and since you are hitting it in the face, you can go ahead and roll corrosive damage.
Yeah, and then I'd like to also try and hit it in the face again. 8 damage.
Okay, very nice, very
Eight.
nice.
Good. And then I'd like to hit it and see if I can.
Okay, go ahead.
That is a 13.
That does not hit.
Dang. Okay, I don't get to hit it. I would like, this one hasn't moved yet though, so I'd like to move. So it moved 5, 10, 15, 20.
This one
Is how
hasn't
they
taken
go
an action
to.
either. Honestly, you could try and throw this one. Since this one hasn't moved to
this
take an
one-
action.
This one tried to throw this one.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'll just get to hear this one. 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, I would like to try and throw this one, even though it can't do an action, but I'd like to try this one to throw this one.
Go ahead.
No, that was 5.
Flat.
Okay.
I just like didn't know.
So fair enough. I will move this one a little bit more and this one a little bit more, and then that'll be it.
Okay, dancing flower girl. Like, you can go over here and go up onto the fireplace if you'd like, since yours are pretty much melee, not ranged. But you can climb up there.
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I get to attack it or no?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You do not. You have to get over to it.
Oh, wait. Is this it then?
No, it's over here.
Oh, okay.
You just have to
And-
climb up here to get onto the rafters.
Okay, so that's upstairs in the ceiling.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then Manticore, it is now your turn.
But now knowing the height, I realize I can just fly up to it.
You can.
I'm just gonna go do that. That's all my movement, but I'm up here too now.
Okay, go ahead and attack it.
Alright. What if we rend it this time with the exact same stats, but different word?
Oh, exciting. Go ahead.
First one is a 19.
That would definitely hit.
Second one is a 10.
That one does not hit.
Third one is an 18.
Okay, that one would hit.
Alright. That is a total of 14 slashing damage.
Okay, very nice. It is nearly dead. It is beyond bloodied.
Good.
Okay. It is not happy. No, I can't go down like this. Masters will be sad. Masters will be displeased. No. And it is going to desperately try to claw at you.
At who?
You, Manticore.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit you?
It does.
Okay, and the other one is a 17.
Also hits.
Okay. It is
Uh,
going to
you
roll damage.
said the Sentinel feat is still
Mhm.
active, right?
Yes, it is.
After that first attack, I would like to use my reaction to hit. Or try to.
Okay. Go ahead.
It is 11, so never mind.
I mean, still though, that's not bad.
That's really, the two things with people with Sentinel are both up here fighting it. Side by side.
We're supposed to get
Alright, bad. Roll 2d6. I hit the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the first one is a 12, and the next one is a 15. I'm sorry, I rolled max damage on like 3 of those for you.
I'm actually still up. I'm good.
Very good, very good. It is now your turn.
All
There
right.
is enough raptors that you can kind of like jump to or dart around to that you could get over here to kind of like perpendicularly.
Yep. I'm gonna go right here, and with my special zany limb feat or ability, it allows me to have a reach with my claws. So my claws my mouth stretches over and bites down.
Very good, very good.
You like fighting stuff, don't you?
I mean, you're
What-
a hound.
That will be a 23 to hit.
That will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's see. That'd be 7 points of damage.
Oh, that was so close. Okay.
Second strike. That will be a 23 to hit again.
Okay, that will definitely hit. Depending on the damage, you may kill it.
All right. That is going to be 12 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Yeah, how do you want to kill it?
All right. Rob comes around. It's not expecting the hound to leap across. Head come over comically over the top of its head where it doesn't notice it. Then chomps down as the head rips off. It's just comedic blood just kind of spurts out of the top of its head
Yes.
as it just kind of slumps and then hits the air, falls off the rafters down to the floor below.
Excellent. And then the ooze can go and just absorb it.
Hey, I was on my way.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
now you don't have
made
to.
your way downtown and you didn't have
I wasn't walking fast enough.
to. Very true. Glad you got that reference. Okay.
Inspiration.
No.
Yes. Yes. You get inspiration. You get inspiration for that improved. Okay. So yeah, that is where we're going to end it, is as Arya the unicorn calls out that she has found the recipe to turn you all back, and she's found a mysterious potion that she does not know what it does, and it's next to the recipe card.
Mhm.
So she needs a person willing to sacrifice.
Freya.
Let me take test.
Hi.
Let me take test.
That'll probably
Why
be next
does
time.
one of my duplicates take it? Does it affect all of me?
Can a blob
Or only
drink?
one of me?
Would it be traded just a quarter of you back and you just die?
I feel like we need to assemble you before we revert you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what happens if I'm separated.
We feed it to a piece of you, and it's like it just turned into your like left arm.
Left arm, left leg. Yes.
Or each pseudopod becomes its own.
You just assemble all 5 pieces of Exodia.
Each of you are just like teeny tiny versions of yourself.
Yeah, it just becomes small versions.
Like a little
Like
teeny tiny person.
Become like halfling versions
Yes.
of myself.
Well, you guys will
I
have
wouldn't
to
be mad.
you guys will have to figure out what characters you would like to use to fight the hags with next time. And which of you guys would be better off being yourself or being your monster? So yeah, something
No
for
idea.
next time then. I hope you guys all had fun.
Yeah. I was a rock for a while, but yeah.
I enjoyed throwing myself.
Hey, at least the howl was able to break you of the stone.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, that made it a lot easier.
And I hope if anybody was watching, they enjoyed and had fun. But yeah. The end.
The
Till next week.
And
Yeah, that's part one.
Can-
To be
for now.
continued.
Yes, to
To
be
be
continued.
continued next week.
All
Wait, is it next week? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
next week.
right, let me deal with the closing the stream. So I'm I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Devin. It's been a while. That one. Well, all right. Yeah. A lot of fun. I don't know what we're gonna go to. I am happy to bring D&D back. We have the one shot going, and then we have a lot more plans for the tabletop stuff. I'm opening a separate tab, so of course, VTuber, a little Angie. Who are we gonna go to? Who are we gonna bug? Whose problem are we going to be? You know what? Scorch is live. I'm never live when Scorch is live. Let's go bug Scorch. And check our old meetup for it. I got like a 23 for you, Tara. I don't even mean. But I do appreciate everyone hanging out. And yeah, let us go say hi to Scorch. It is ad time. That's fine.